Hey guys, it's Scott, Modeler X. How you doing? Time to do a little showing off. It's always fun when you finish a kit, especially one of this magnitude. This is the Polar Lights 1/350th scale original series USS Enterprise. And there she is. I got a nice base from Wolf Base to go along with this, and the top engraved there with Laserfire Creations. Put some blue LEDs underneath that to showcase the bottom of the model, give it some lighting, but I'll show that in a little bit here. In the meantime, it is a huge kit. I don't think I've ever built anything this big. Use the Paragraphics photo etch and the Polar Lights photo etch. Has a one of Ralph's Tenna controls, both the Bussard flippers. Okay, they're not flippers, Bussard collectors. And his flasher board for the navigation and strobe lights, or I should say the ion pod. Did a little bit of weathering on the nose here, some streaks back, didn't go crazy. Got a single switch to turn everything on. And that lights up the base as well as basically everything. So everything's flashing, everything's spinning. Bridge, hangar bay. This will show off a little bit better. In just a sec here I'll show some video of this in the dark, which shows off the lights obviously a little bit better. It hides all the weathering though. Decided to put a couple of navigation lights on the tail end of the warp engines just to give them a little more interest. And there's the shuttle bay. Boyd at TrekWorks got me onto the idea of using these little 1/350th Japanese sailors. It's a kit, I think, from Fujimi. And I just cut them off the sprue, and actually they paint real easily, with as easy as the uniforms were in this series. There's the ion pod doing its thing. Fun kit to make. The only trouble I think I had was getting the secondary hull finally snapped around the hangar bay. That's kind of a difficult spot. You just got to keep at it. This thing is a monster in terms of construction. It fits together so well, and it's just rock solid. Warp engines don't droop. There's the little Klingon D7 on the view screen, if you can see that. Keep this thing in focus here. Alright, so let's kill the lights here and show what she looks like in the dark. So here we're back, and this is the underside, obviously, of the Enterprise. Excuse me. And you can see the great glow that base throws on the underside of this thing. And I think must be the Bussard collectors giving it kind of that purplish tone, because the base is truly just blue. And there's sort of a top where you can see the navs and the ion pod doing its thing. Port side there. This iPad I'm filming with kind of has a hard time in the dark focusing on those windows. That's why it keeps kind of doing that. There's the impulse engines. I didn't talk about those. I used some of the there's the shuttle bay real quick. You can see the little figures standing there, and we put a little light into the Galileo. The impulse engines, I got some of the flickering red LEDs from Jerry at HDA Model Works and wired them up on a separate circuit so that they wouldn't be flashing in tandem, and that kind of gives a engines doing their thing. As you look in there, there's kind of the front starboard side. Try to hold it still here. She sure shows off well, that's for sure. This camera is also washing out that the Bussard collectors. You can kind of see them spinning there, but it's not easy to see with when it's in the dark. But it looks just great when you're here in person. There she is, headed right towards us. I do want to give a shout out to Boyd at TrekWorks. His videos were certainly inspiring and got me back into modeling, and not only that, got me into lighting a starship, which is something I'd wanted to do ever since I was a kid, and this was quite a fun project to do. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for letting me show off a little bit. This was a fun kit and a fun build, and I'm hoping to do another one here pretty soon. So take care out there. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you around YouTube.